What's good, fam? We back at it with another 600-pound life plot twist video. We're gonna be reacting to bad influences on my 600-pound life. This is number one. He already. I'm gonna try my best not to cuss through this whole video or try to get angry. I'm gonna try my best, but it's gonna be tough. Let's get it, man.
I didn't want him to get as heavy as I was. But then again,
deprive my kids from something to eat, it's unheard of in my family.
Anyone that's watched even one episode of my 600-pound life,
If they are already over 600 pounds, you can deprive them. We already starting off messed up.
knows that the patients rarely put on that much weight on their own. In the vast majority of cases, the stars of the show have at least one person that willingly or unwillingly is enabling all of their bad habits. I mean, a lot of these folks are too big to get out of bed, so they obviously can't prepare their own meals. Well, today on Plot Twist, we've gathered up some of the absolute worst enablers in the history of the show. So, subscribe if you haven't already for more content. Click that bell and let's dive right into it.
So things like walking are getting a lot harder for me. And I'm scared because now I can barely do anything. I can't move in certain ways. I can't fit certain places. I can barely fit in my bathroom. I have to turn sideways to fit through the door.
Holly is still moving around, but her size makes portions of her house completely inaccessible. She can barely fit through the bathroom door, and you know it won't be long before she's not even able to do that.
So my fiance Ray has to help me when I use the toilet and take a bath. It's totally embarrassing and degrading to have somebody to help me with that.
Yeah, so Ray is basically Holly's caretaker, and she clearly needs one, but I've got a feeling that a reason Holly is so big is because Ray simply doesn't know how to say no to her eating habits.
I just got dizzy for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna go fix you a plate of food.
Okay.
So, Holly got dizzy from taking a shower. It's clear she's in terrible shape. If Ray were a good fiance, or even a good caretaker, he'd try to get her to start eating healthier and taking care of herself. Let's see what he makes.
On any given day, Holly probably eats enough for 3 to 4 people. On any given day, Holly probably eats enough for 3 to 4.
Ray, you are feeding her food that she can.
4 people. She kind of has a never-ending hunger.
Gee, it's a real mystery why a shower is nearly enough to make her pass out. She's eating enough for a small family, and Ray isn't really doing anything to stop her.
And even though I know I am actually feeding the problem, I do it because I love her and I just can't say no to her.
Ray.
You're feeding the problem, but you love her. Make it make sense. I sound like the Joker just now. Make it make sense. You're gonna keep feeding her the poison, but you love her. Make it make sense.
Hey, there's such a thing as tough love. She might appreciate you giving her whatever she wants to eat in the moment, but you are literally killing her.
There's never a moment I don't want to eat. And I think I'm addicted to food. That's very hard to admit to myself. But I always want to eat anything that I could get my hands on.
I mean, just look at all the food on that plate, none of which is healthy, and try to tell me that Ray has Holly's best interests at heart.
Ready?
Yep.
She looked tired from eating it. And can I be honest? I'm gonna be honest. Some of these videos, some of them be making me hungry sometimes. I ain't even gonna front with you. You understand? I might go make me like a sandwich after I get off of here, man. But it ain't gonna be a big old sandwich that they be eating though.
So after I'm done, if there's time before Ray has to go to work, he takes me to get something else.
What?
He used to go and get me lunch to leave me while he's gone. But now I'm still so hungry, we just go and eat a brunch right after breakfast.
Oh,
Are you serious?
ooh.
Holly's breakfast was basically a meal for two, and that was just the appetizer. Ray, buddy, I know she's the one asking for the food, but you need to show some restraint here. She can't get anywhere without you, so you're just as responsible as she is for her current condition.
How may I help you?
Can we get a chicken basket with gravy and 2 soft pretzel sticks with queso
And an order of onion rings.
and an order of onion rings?
Okay.
Yeah, and to absolutely nobody's surprise, it's not a healthy brunch. Something tells me that they're not splitting that order 50-50, and look at just how easily Ray gives in to Holly's demand.
They ain't splitting that. They ain't splitting nothing. Man.
Hands for onion rings.
I'm getting pissed.
So after Ray takes me home and leaves, if there's anything in the house, I'm gonna eat it. I'll find it and eat it, even when he's trying to hide food from me.
Okay, I'll admit scavenging the house for food is more of a Holly issue than a Ray issue, but the bad food shouldn't be in there in the first place. Ray has to know this is happening, and the only way to fix Holly's addiction is to make her quit cold turkey.
I hate my life. I feel like I'm living the same miserable day over and over again.
You are.
I'm hardly able to move because of my thighs. So most of the day I can't even get up from my chair. And when I do, I'm not able to go far. So I have to use a portable toilet to go to the bathroom.
Wow, Jean says she's trapped in a never-ending nightmare, and based on her description of her life, she's entirely right. If she can barely even get out of her chair, then she must have some type of caretaker keeping her alive, right?
Mom!
There's Bob. Oh, Mom.
Yeah, I gotta go potty. Can you help me, please? It's so humiliating to be almost 40 and rely on my mom and dad to do everything for me.
Okay, so she lives with her parents. That checks out, as she
Why she
clearly
so
is
mean?
in no shape to take care of herself. But do her parents always do what's best for her?
So I don't know how to give that up.
We know whenever you want breakfast.
Now, please. I'm happy as long as I keep eating.
Okay, Jean's mom is going to cook breakfast. Hopefully there's some grapefruit involved.
And my body is going to start.
Man, please. Ain't no kind of fruit or vegetable involved in this, man. I'm getting pissed.
To really give out soon if I keep getting bigger. And the only way to change that and stop it is to give up eating like I have my whole life. But food is the only thing in my life I have left to look forward to.
That's important to hear. Jean is clearly aware of how serious her situation is, and she's not underselling it one bit. If she doesn't start eating healthy, she's going to die.
I always worried about her weight because I was a heavy child. So I was trying very hard to try to keep it under control because I didn't want her to have to go through what I had. And I did everything I could think of. Under control because I didn't want her to have to go through what I had.
Why are you making her all them eggs, man? Is you serious?
I did everything I could think of. We drank diet soda. I took her to counseling. I took her to nutritionists, dietitians. But none of that helped. That she kept gaining the weight.
Okay, first off, diet soda still isn't a healthy choice. Second,
If you feeding her this portion of stuff, you ain't following what the nutritionist telling you, lady. Boy, I'm this close, y'all.
your words say one thing, but your actions say another. Look at all that food she's cooking. Jean doesn't need to eat that much in one sitting, and none of it looks particularly healthy.
I was constantly afraid growing up.
What the fuck,
And there were a
bro?
lot of reasons for that. My mom and my dad were never married. And my dad wasn't a part of my life growing up.
Okay, now that we can take a closer look at the
Girl, you don't need no you know what? Fuck this. You don't need all that damn sauce. You already got all them, bro.
plate, it's just as bad as we thought. Jean's breakfast is literally overflowing with sausages, and I can't make out what specific type of food is under that avalanche, but I know it's not good for you.
Jean was 28 years old when she called me. I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, and she said she forgave me. And that just broke my heart, you know. I was so happy to hear that she forgave me and that I would, you know, have an opportunity to have her in my life again. And she invited me up for the holidays and been here ever since.
Jean and her father had a non-existent relationship growing up, but now they share the same roof.
Man, I feel like Justin Whitehead. I don't give a damn. cupcakes, man. What the fuck, man? Oh,
I was really happy when my dad came to live with us. It felt like this big thing that was missing from my entire life finally had the chance to get repaired.
And unfortunately, he's not any better about controlling her eating habits. Now, I don't want to undersell
man,
things.
she's scoffing them damn cupcakes down with the M&Ms. Come on, man.
Jean had a terrible childhood, and it's clear that both parents are overcompensating for the neglect she received in her youth.
But it still didn't change the past.
Girl,
So my
you
eating
eat all
didn't
them...
change. Except I think I eat more now than I did then. Because my life over the last 10 years has completely become my house.
And as Jean can tell you, there are some clear downsides to that. She eats whatever she wants, whenever she wants, and her parents wait on her every need to give her whatever it is she desires.
Jane has no life. She doesn't leave the house. She doesn't talk to anybody on the phone. She doesn't drive. She's never been able to drive. She's not able to do anything. Had I known that she would end up like this, I would have never had her. Not because I don't love her, but because I would have rather died than have her live like she's living.
Wow, if that doesn't say it all right there. Jean's mom knows that her life is a living hell, yet her constant enabling of her daughter's eating habits are what put her in her current position.
If I sleep wrong, I'm in excruciating pain. So it just sucks to move around.
Jesus, man.
It just feels horrible.
At Gino's size, the simple act of existing causes excruciating pain.
Being a big person, there's a lot of friction and a lot of like crevices, you know, and you want to get everything clean as possible.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
So by the time I'm all done with that, my back is usually on fire, and then I end up getting aggravated because I just want to finish. After something like that, I use food for comfort to make me, you know, just feel just happier.
Man, come on,
showering
man.
shouldn't bring that much pain, and I don't think you should be using food as a coping mechanism for that.
I just want to be full. And
you ain't full right there. You look full right here. We need to get, bruh, you mother boy.
Don't tell my mom, but I make the best I can.
Like a damn balloon at the
Gino
bottom,
can still
man.
move around and cook, but it makes sense that a guy his size needs to live with his mother. The only question is Gino entirely responsible for his bad habits, or does his mom play into it?
I did go to culinary school, so I do know what I'm doing. But she, of course, still treats me like a little kid. I've been living with her off and on for 31 years now.
You eating up all her fucking food. What you expect, man? I'll be cussing your fat ass out too.
So I guess it's normal for us getting on each other's nerves at this point.
Emma, let me do that. I don't want you to make a mess, please.
My back's killing me yet. Hold on.
We're not off to a great start. Gino's going through a whole lot of eggs for one breakfast, and his mother offers to basically pick up where he left off.
I don't like when Gino stands up and he can't stand up, or he breathes heavy. I can't take it. I don't want to hear it. It makes me upset.
Strike two. Rhonda, I understand why you don't want to see your son struggling to breathe, but sending him to the couch so you can keep making his massive meal isn't really solving the issue.
You know, my grandfather was heavy, and so was his father. So he was getting it, no matter what, you know.
And strike three. Yes, genetics play a role in your weight, but nobody gets to Gino's side.
Man, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's only hereditary until you change some stuff around, man. Just because your father... Do you think your father was supposed to be that size? Hell no. He was eating like how you eating, man. Y'all need to...
Without an absurd amount of overeating. Scapegoating your bloodline is an easy way to remove all blame from yourself, when clearly Gino needs to change his ways fast.
But she never gets in the way of how much I want to eat. And it's always been like that as far back as I can remember.
We kinda got the idea already, but
Man,
Gino just confirmed it. His mother has never stopped him from eating whatever he wanted.
Gino was always kind of a chubby kid. I was 36 years old when I had the gastric bypass myself. I didn't want him to get as heavy as I was. But then again, you know, deprive my kids from something to eat, it's unheard of in my family.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe the issue is the family. She's already had gastric bypass. Apparently everyone in the family never stops eating. Maybe there's a systematic issue here that needs to be fixed.
In my family, we never ran out of food. Here's cereal. Here kind of...
He don't need that. He needs some vegetables to clean his stomach out.
You like...
I'm sure.
You ate the whole box I got you the other day?
Hell yeah,
Oh,
he
look
ate
at
that
this
whole
strawberry
box.
fluff.
Yeah, I actually want this.
I actually want to try this. I've been to parties where the chips be going, not in my family. We'd have backup food. But I'm scared for Gino. You want to drink some now?
Yep. This is clearly a family issue. Rhonda was raised in this environment, so she hasn't been able to see how these habits are killing Gino until it's almost too late.
You want to put him on the stairs and I'll take him up, Gino.
Man, if you don't let that man walk that shit up there, God, man, come on, man.
Get upstairs.
This is the most exercise he need. He need this. Hey.
Now, look at the struggle that comes from simply bringing in the groceries. That's more than just genetics. That's a fundamental issue with food. And if Rhonda doesn't figure that out, she won't have a son for much longer.
Miss V, do we have clean sheets? Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't take us long to find out that Latonya lives with some sort of caretaker that, at the very least, is responsible for cleaning and general upkeep. Honestly, at Latonya's size, that's not too surprising.
You know, I feel scared because my mobile state is not getting any better. And I know that things are getting harder and worse for me. Like, I still can't walk.
Latonya barely has any mobility left, and she knows that she's losing what little she has every single day. Somebody's got to do something to help her out, and hopefully that caretaker can be that person.
Man, that caretaker is the damn undertaker. We already seen this shit already.
And, you know, I'm hungry. I'm thinking about food. You can do some eggs, bacon, grits, and biscuits, or, you know, something like that.
Hold on. That doesn't sound like a meal that a caretaker should be preparing. Latonya is dangerously overweight, and she won't be able to survive too many more meals like that.
Spend 5 hours with Latonya a day. When I started working with Latonya, she was more independent. But right now, with the amount of weight on her, Latonya relied on me a lot to make meals.
Okay, so Vi the caretaker acknowledges that Latonya used to be more independent, but her weight is making her more and more reliant on her to survive. Now, wouldn't you think that Vi would do something to stop this downward spiral?
Exactly.
Food is like my best friend. Can I have some juice, Miss V? When I eat, it takes the stress away. That's what I do to help me cope with things.
Well, apparently not.
How? I did not mean to pause it right there.
I mean, how is that the meal you have to start your day?
How does this take the stress away when you just gonna be stressing after your ass eat? You ain't need all this, lady. Man, y'all, man, I'm already fucking ticked off, man.
That plate is overloaded with eggs, and Vi also gave her 2 separate bowls of food on the side. And I know having a glass of juice in the morning is far from the worst choice you can make, but she really doesn't need any more sugar or unhealthy choices.
I need a roller cart. Right. We gonna have to get one.
Need your ass whipped. Why are you giving her bacon? You gave her link and... Oh my God, yo. Oh.
I know that the food is unhealthy and it's not good for me.
Oh, good Lord, that was just the first round. Those are 2 separate serving plates of bacons and pancakes. And they're all just for Latonya. Maybe Vi's good at taking care of Latonya's linens and shower time, but she is not good at taking care of her health.
All that shit.
Can I get a wet towel? Wash my hands.
Yes, ma'am.
And not only does Vi give Latonya all that food, but she congratulates her for finishing it all. I mean, seriously, I understand yelling doesn't solve any problems, but you can't actively encourage such terrible habits either. Okay, we've talked about a lot of crazy fast food meals and terrible eating habits in general, but we've only scraped the surface of all there is to discuss. If you want to hear more, make sure to check our other videos on the topic.
Man, I'm pissed. What the Why you make all that damn food? She ain't need all that. She did not. Me and my father ate breakfast this morning. I couldn't even eat all of it. I think I had an omelet and like 3 pancakes. And he had like a pancake and just 1 pancake and an omelet. I could only eat half of the pancakes, man. Then I had the omelet to deal with. I was already full. How the hell she eat more than me? Man, that don't make no sense, man. That don't make no damn sense, man. And then it's people like this. These are the undertakers. They ain't no damn caretakers, man. Let's just tell it like it is, man. Damn, man, that's where the Undertaker music at, man. We need it up in here. We need Undertaker with his eyes coming up, because that's who the hell they are, man. This ain't make no sense, man. I thought I was gonna get through this beautifully, but no. And then the blur, come on, man. 600 pounds, like, y'all need to do better. I think y'all be doing that just to piss us the fuck off. I'm telling you, man. But if you like this video, man, smash the like button up in this. Share the video. Comment down below what y'all thought. And also, what y'all want me to react to in the next video. And I apologize for like, because this pissed me the hell off. Share the video and subscribe to the channel, y'all. I'm out this piece, man. Don't make no damn sense.